Hi, how's everybody doing? Wanted to just check up and I guess see how people are doing on their at-home centered study, gospel learning. Um, I guess they do have an official name, but I'm not quite sure. Their at-home study, um, how they're doing and kind of like how's it going? It's been a few weeks now and just seeing, just what you guys have seen, post at the bottom, post so we can discuss like what's working with you and maybe what you've helped or any questions you have. And it will be different for everybody. And that's what I keep trying to emphasize, at least to those who I talk to, is that it's going to look different for everybody. So yes, absolutely something works for you. Great. Stay with it, do it, follow it. Some of us might need different ideas. I mean, we're all in different stages of our lives. The hardest thing for me is I have two teenagers. And then I have, my twins are 12 and Jane's 7. And so I kind of have, it's a little bit harder for me because my teenagers, they have things at night. My daughter works every day, so she's not home. And then they have early morning seminary. And so they're gone before anybody, leaving the house at 5:30 in the morning. And so it's been a little bit harder with them. So I've really grasped doing it with my younger kids. And I understand the importance of the mom because I am around my children more. I'm around them in the morning. I'm around them after school. I'm around them in the evening. And so for me, with my younger ones, I found slipping it in every once in a while. So we were talking about in Luke, or I guess that was in Matthew 2, when the wise men came and they came from the east, and I was talking to the kids about how there were many prophets all over the land, how you didn't have one prophet because, why didn't you have one prophet? So I'm trying to get them to think. And again, we're doing this in the car because we had read the scriptures earlier in the morning. So I find with my kids, it's just what I could see. If there's extra time in the morning, we'll discuss it in the morning or we'll discuss it at dinner. And so we're in the car and I'm explaining, you didn't have cars, you couldn't drive, like they could only go so far. And, so I'm trying to explain, to them, why you had to have prophets and how the wise men, how they came, that there were prophets, there were scriptures wherever they were from. There are scriptures all over that testify of the Savior of the world, because there would be, he's the Savior of the entire world. So fast forward to later in the night, and my husband comes home from work, and hey kids, why don't you share with Dad why, what we talked about this morning with the prophets? And they said, well, we talked about cars, we talked about television, and we talked about the internet. And I'm just like, yes, but what about the cars? And why did I mention cars? Why did I mention internet? Why did I mention television? And so it's just, I don't even know what they're saying to their teachers at church, what they hear me teach. And I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. So for me, finding the time, depends on what days they don't have to go early to school, my little ones that we read. I think the hardest thing for us is that we would read the Book of Mormon at dinner. And so still continually reading that at dinner, but then also if we get a chance at dinner to discuss this. But for me, mostly I find in the morning with my little kids, I mean, obviously we have our Sunday one that we do, a big lesson, but throughout the week, for me, the little kids, and I find that just like with the Book of Mormon challenge that President Nelson gave us at the end of the year, where he said, I want you to read from conference till, the end of the year, I want you to read the Book of Mormon all the way through. And how people talked about, I did it in my car, I found time in other places, and I was thinking about it constantly because I was trying to get it done. And that's how I feel with this at-home studies, it's on my brain constantly. And so I will find that sometimes when we're in the car, I'll turn off the radio. I'll say, turn the TV off and let's discuss this. And so it is good because it is constantly on my brain, and I am constantly looking for the opportunities to share with them. To share with them. So write down, comment below, share, ask people what is working with you. What is working with you? And again, don't judge me that I do it in the car. We each have to figure out what is best for our families. So don't judge each other, but just let's help strengthen each other and help encourage each other. This is going to take a while to figure out. Like, we may all do it awesome in January, and come April, actually come summer, because you're not on a it might be harder. So just share. Let me know what's working for you, and that we can build off and create a conversation about it. I hope it's all going great. I love interacting. I love the comments. So please leave comments. Let me know. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.